from Wedge Me This. Today, and I think I'm going to do a few of these episodes. Um, Something I just want to talk about a little bit. And so I'm going to go to YouTube here and I'm going to pull up a lot of my YouTube guys. When you're looking at it, it's going to be my kids' stuff because my kids watch my stuff. They watch my YouTube and whatever else. But what I'm going to do here, as you guys can see if you look, a bunch of Sonic and all that kind of stuff. That's my kids. But anyways, I'm gonna go live craps at the casino. And I'm gonna search this. And there's gonna be a bunch of guys that I love inside the casino, Mark the Point, all these different well, there's me. So like Quiet Crap Shooters, Color Up has a bunch of videos on here. But guys, what I want to do in this is I actually want to. Um, it doesn't really matter which one I pick. Inside the casinos are a little chopped up, so we're gonna stick to the ones that like AZs and Casino Quests and these guys because Hawaii Crap Shooters, because these guys have a lot of um, they have a lot of direct play. It's direct, you know. It's so like right here, Quiet Crap Shooters. Obviously, I've watched some of that. So let's watch these guys. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna watch this stupid ad. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna talk about what these guys are doing. This is one of the things. This is one of the things that I just don't. I see so much of. I see these guys do these in the casinos, and mostly what I see on here is people not play very well, in my opinion. And so maybe that's something that is just my opinion. Oh, this one's a bad view. What's up, everybody? So I turned on my chat now. I can see it. That was my bad earlier. All right, that's much better for me. But anyways, so what I'm doing here, and I don't know if this was the best one to choose. Watching this White Crap Shooters video, and this has nothing to do with the content creators, guys. I'm not doing anything against them or anything like that. I don't want anyone to think that. This is more for people to understand what they're looking at and why, and when they're playing craps, where they're making huge mistakes. Usually they leave too much money on the table. Whether it's that they're not betting enough or they're not betting enough of the time. So what ends up happening is people get what I like to refer to as dice fright. When you have a couple things go bad, and then next thing you know, you're not betting, and the roll goes on a 20 roller and you didn't make any money. And I see this in these live videos so often. And this is kind of a bad one. Not necessarily, just the view is crazy. So let's find a different one. All right, let's go to a different one. Here we go. I know what Color Up's view looks like.
You can't beat that.
So here we go.
Jump into some more live.
Let's fast forward here. Okay, so we're right here, points off. As we can see here, points off. So we're shooting. It's not me. I'm watching. This is Color Up stuff. I'm not at a casino. What I'm doing this, and people can be mad at me or whatever, but I want to critique some people's play because what always happens is my play gets critiqued. But okay, so right here we have some don't bets. This is kind of unusual to me. Most of the time you don't see a lot of this. You don't see a lot of don't bets when I'm at the craps table. Usually, in a lot of cases, I'm the only one. This is at time. This is a Color Up video. I like this view a lot better. You actually get to see what's going on. So our player on the right here with his hand out, he's on there, and then the player on the left. So actually, I think that's our player. By the way, so we're buying in. Let's fast forward just a little bit. And I just want to talk about some of the stuff these guys are doing.
We get the gunner to go for more troops. Let's get more troops.
I guess I got to get like the YouTube where it doesn't have videos. I'm gonna have to do that. So this is a couple rolls in, obviously. Points 8. Our don't players still the same roll, obviously. Sorry, it looks like this is just one roll in actually, because it's up in the right-hand corner. We see the 11 and the 8. So at this point, our shooters, most of the players, as you can see, there's 4 players, 5, 6, 7 players at the table. There's 7 sets of money up there, so 7 players playing, 2 of them on the don't. Yo 11, one guy gets paid here on the field. Again, so we're 3 rolls in. 2 rolls in, maybe. I'm going to have to research some of these videos before I do the next video like this. That way I know what's going to happen and this and that. It's not really reaction then, though. But so right here, what it looks like we have is a bunch of minimum bets out there playing inside numbers. If you look, it's almost all inside. There's 2 bets on the 4 and 10, which is not a great plan in my opinion. The 4 and 10 are more lucrative than the 5 and the 9 overall. And so, look, so many people avoid the 4 and 10. And it looks like someone played 160 across. That's the 4 and 10 player. And you only have 2 don't bets. So there's only 2 people playing the 7. Everyone else in this spot is playing against the 7. So if we go a 4th roll here, and it rolls a 7, they don't make any money. Because when you're across, it takes 5 rolls on average. It's like 4.5 rolls on average. Really, you can't roll a half roll, so you need 5 rolls to be making money. All right, the don't guys are in a different spot. Now, this $10 don't over here, it's not really, but the $50 don't's a much different spot. So let's kind of see what happens here. I don't know if this is a long roll. Hopefully it is, because I want people to win. Someone's pressing, and that's a good sign. Or maybe not.
I got $24.06, yeah?
A $24.06.
Yeah.
So he,
And then I threw in 5. 24 base 28. Yeah.
player correcting a dealer. Guys, that's another thing. Keep in mind, these dealers are dealing with 7 players. You're 1 player. So keep that in mind. Keep track of your own stuff. Make them do what you want them to do. But also remember, they're dealing with 7 players. Plus they're having to watch everything. Plus they're, having to make sure they're doing all their. It's not easy. It's not easy, guys. Not easy. So keep in mind, be nice to them. Don't make them. They're not screwing you on purpose. They're not cheating for the casino and all that kind of stuff. People that think that, they're crazy. The dealers want you to tip them. They want you to win. Because they make all their money pretty well off tips. So they're not out here trying to make you lose. That would be insanity. That would be against their self. So that's one of the things I hear that a lot. Oh, they're there for the casino. No, they're not. They're not there for the casino, guys. They're there for themselves to make themselves money. That means they're also not necessarily there for you. So keep that in mind as well. But so right here, yeah, we're seeing getting set up. This is another thing. These players are holding this game up because they wanted these bets. That's super late. It's really, really late. And now I know they were trying to get right. But that's really late. Have an idea what you're doing when you go in, guys. Don't just make it up on the fly. That doesn't make any sense to gamble making it up on the fly. Oh, this time I'm going to press $6. Next time I'm going to full press. And look, here we go again. Now, see, now they're confused. This is confusing the dealer. They see the dealer slamming the chips around. He's getting frustrated because it's too much craziness. And now, don't get me wrong, you can do whatever you want with your money. That's on you. Do what you want with your money. But when you... come on, Jacob. I'm going to have to go ad-free, I guess, to do these videos. But so right here, he paid all these out. Now these guys, if they come back with bets now, after the dealer paid them all out, because he's asking them, he's saying, okay, what do you want to do here? What do you want to do here? So this guy's taken down. So this guy's actually playing craps right now. This is much different. He's actually playing, which is different than just sitting there and letting your money ride. He's making moves. He's regressing, changing his risk tolerance. All the stuff he's doing right there. That guy is, whoever's in that hook is actually playing it. They're not just setting it and forgetting it. Guys, when you set it and forget it, you're playing bingo. Keep that in mind. You can argue with me on that if you want, but you're playing bingo. If you just put money out there and you're just same betting all the time and whatever happens, that's bingo. Same thing as bingo. That guy's actually playing crap, so that's impressive. You don't always see that. So let's see what happens here. So we'll 5 rolls in, 7 out. Right there. See that? 6 rolls and 7 down. The guy that regressed is probably fine. All those people that just left their money out there, because that 11 didn't make them nothing. 8, 9, 8 was the point, so they made 3 winner rolls. There's 3 winning rolls there. And the loser. The only people that profited there was the regressor and the $50 dunk guy. I guarantee you everyone else lost money. So, and they held that game up. That took 15 minutes for 6 rolls. Holding the game up. Guys, this is the kind of play that I'm talking about. There was 3 winning rolls there. You should have made money. Your strategy should have allowed you to make money with 3 winning rolls. And that's one of the issues here, guys. It just really is. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my fingers here. You get these 3 winning rolls, and you don't do anything with it. Don't assume the roll is just going to go on forever. That's insanity. Hello, Krebs Master Jersey. Journey, Big Kahuna, Alan Moore, Waylon, love you guys. But right here, like I'm just critiquing this gameplay. So you got a $10 don't. This is useless. $10 don't is a useless play. Unless there's a different chip under there. It's a $10 don't, guys. That's a waste of time. What did we get? Out of the pit. Nothing. This pass line bet, that's what it is. If you're not shooting the dice, playing the pass line doesn't make a lot of sense either, because you can play the 7 and 11 for $2 or very minimum bets get 15 to 1. 12. So line lost, don'ts. But some people had the horn, which is good, plus the ATS. Keep the 12 out of the way. The horn bettors are smart on the come out. Love that. Whoever did that, they need to be parlaying it some kind of parlay here. Love that. Oh, so now he wants to do it after he saw it happen. Now he wants to do it. Now this guy, okay, here's a good spot. He didn't want to protect his line bet to start, but now that he lost it, he wants to protect it. The likelihood that it re-rolls isn't very high. So, like, he probably threw that money away too. So he's going to make a mistake here, I'm guessing. Even though I do like the idea of see a horn, bet a horn. On this come out, this line better right here, the guy right here in front, this is a mistake. He lost a second ago because he didn't cover the craps bets. So now he's going to cover them this time. So he just threw away for $2 or whatever. He just threw that away. Because most likely this ain't going to come up. And this pass line, he just threw that money away. So he lost on the line. So we're going to talk about the guy, that front line, pass line guy right here. This is who we're going to critique in this shot. Let's see what we got. Out of the table again. So that's out of 3 throws down the table, 2 of them went out. It's partly it's not always a bouncy table, guys. I know, oh, that table's so bouncy. Some of these guys are throwing the dice way up in the air. Don't throw them way up in the air. Imagine that. It didn't roll a horn number. So now, our pass line better here. He lost his bet on the come out to start. $15 down, $10 down, whatever that is. Probably $10. It's Ellis Island. And then he decided to lose a couple more dollars to cover the horn the second roll. Guys, if you're going to cover the horn, if you're going to cover your pass line bets, do all of them. Cover every single one of them or cover none of them. If you're just going to try to pick and choose when it's going to happen, you're going to lose. That's going to be a losing play. It's kind of like the ATS. If you're going to play the ATS, you should always play it. Don't just pick and choose when you play it, because the most people that hit the ATS, guys, are just complete random guys that just chunk the dice down the table. Random women, same thing. Just those hit the ATS far more often than dice controllers. So, again, so now they're all playing these inside bets, 44 inside. This is another thing that happens with low table limits. Guys get stuck on those 22s, 44s inside and expect there to be this miracle roll where they build it up to table max. And that's craziness. These big odds behind this bet, because it's the 10, I'm getting. There's a 3. No one won. No one is betting the horn. Okay, guys, so good thing here on the horn. The horn has 6 combinations to win. The 7 has 6 combinations to win. So if you like betting the 7, you should like betting the horn. The horn has much better return. Now, it is a one-roll bet, as opposed where you can bet the 7 like the don't and bet every roll. But, God, I'm going to have to do this. I've never went ad-free just because I'm a content creator and I want people to watch ads. So, but to do these videos, I might have to. Here we go. So we're still critiquing our pass line guy. And again, live commercials, yeah. 4 hard. Okay, so we have one winner on this 4. Look at this, guys. One guy's playing the 4. So right here we got the don't player is on a don't 10, and he's playing the rest. So he's like 135 player now. He's playing a pretty good play, but the 10 not having no odds or nothing here. You have the best don't point you can have, the 4 or the 10, and you're not trusting that it's going to win. That's a bad play. You're not trusting when you get the best situation. You're not trusting it. You got to trust those situations because that's where you're going to make your money. Them are your best situations. But anyway, so our pass line player here, hello, Obey. So our pass line player here, he's got these big odds behind the 10, which I actually like because you're getting 2 to 1. And I think he's got the 44 inside. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls, and only the 4 has won anything. Only the 4, and our pass line guy wasn't even playing the 4. So 7 out. Imagine that. Look at the don't player on the 10. They didn't win anything. You didn't win nothing. You had the 10. What are you doing? What are you doing? You got to have more money there. You got to be playing that. You played the don't. You got through the hard part. You got the benefit of having the best don't. And you didn't even play it. What are you doing? You know, our pass line guy, he didn't win anything. All he did was lose. This is what happens, guys. This is why I want to make the videos on these. And a lot of these guys are guys that we play with, because these are at Jeremy's meetups or, you know, Big AZ's meetups, the videos that I'm going to be doing here. These kind of things. These guys are guys we play with. And if you consider you're a craps player, you need to be helping these guys out. You need to be talking to these guys. Saying, okay, so here we go. Another quarter don't player. I don't know if that's him on the horn or not. I don't think so. I think that's from the other side of the table. No coverage on the don't, which is fine. You don't get to. But I still like to play the horn on the come out. I like to do the horn on the come out. So here we go. We got a 6. What's our don't player? We're going to play the don't player. What is he doing? What's our don't guy here doing? That's his money right there.
5-8.
5 and 8. Okay. Is he going to play the field too? Come on. Is he going to do our field bet? So our don't player has 5 and the 8 and the don't 6. There's no reason to not play the field here. Even if you have to do it for $10 at this point right here. Getting every number but the 6. Come on, man. What are you doing? 44 inside, 44 inside, 44 inside, 44 inside. And when the rolls don't go past 5 or 6, all you're doing is giving them money. That's all you're doing. You're just handing it over to them. Just handing it to them. Our don't player here, the only guy at the table that I think is actually playing craps. The rest of the guys are playing bingo. He is not fully playing a strategy. He's playing kind of a 6, 7, 8 style strategy, but with the 6 point and you got the 5 and 8, then you really need to have the field there. So you just missed out on a winner right there. Just missed out on that winner 3, and that would have set him up to keep on moving there. The don't's a little light. You got a quarter on there. You should probably go at least $18 more, in my opinion. Hey, Mid-Atlantic Craps, how are you doing, buddy? You guys, a question for the comments here. What is my delay? What am I looking at on a delay here? So I'm on my bad Wi-Fi at my house. We haven't got fiber optic yet. We're gonna, but we haven't got it yet. What was that? A 5. He hit his 5. Just the guy is playing right. He's just leaving out the field. Did this guy just take a $12 6 as well? Interesting. That's an interesting play. If that's part of what he's doing, I don't know if that was our guy or not. I'm on the don't there. But if that's what he's doing, that's really interesting. He's covering a little of his profit there. That $12 6 is essentially just like a non-bet. He's essentially making that money right there. He's pocketing when you have a don't and then you're putting the pass or the place bet down. You're essentially pocketing that money because you can't lose it at that point. So he's either pocketing $12 or $13. You know what I mean? So either he's going to hit the 6 and lose the 25, which is fine. So I guess it's not. It'll be like pocketing. It'll be like $5, right? But yeah, so that's an interesting play. I wouldn't do it, but I understand it. It's a profit, so you've already profited the money. Now you're going to stick it out there, covering that 6 down a little bit. Look at this late better over here on the come. If them dice would have been in the air, and oh my gosh, I hate when people do that. 12 right there. 5 and 8, no field. 6 don't. Just doesn't make sense. That's 2 winners this guy could have had. 2 winners. He missed out on 2 winners, and one was a double or a triple, whatever they play there. Again, it's just bingo. It's just bingo. They're not playing a strategy. They're not. There's no moves to anything anyone here is doing. Come on. There's no moves to it. What are you doing? Make some moves. You know, you're not pressing, regressing anything. Number one, you're not hitting any numbers right here. 7 out. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it, guys. I can't make this up. This is someone else's video they filmed at the casino. Direct. I mean, and now you hear him talking about the shot like it was the shooter's fault. Like, oh yeah, he hit them chips and it made a 7. No, the 7s are going to come when they come. It's the player's fault for not betting, not playing the game. Play the game. You guys know all the bets of this game. You know them. All right? Everyone, this has been the most consistent 3 rolls. I think they've all been 6 rolls long, or 5 and 6. This is as randomly consistent as it gets. I know that's a weird setup, but it's random rolls, and they're playing as consistent as it gets in craps. Right around 6 rolls. I mean, this is as consistent as the game gets right here, these last 3 shooters. And we have one guy that's probably breaking even, and everyone else is getting crushed on this end of the table. Absolutely crushed. The one don't better here, he's probably getting close to breaking even, but he missed out on some winners right there. He should have had the 5 and 8 in the field. What are you doing? This is an easy play. It's not a hard play. So here we go, 160. Someone's dropping 160. Someone's getting frustrated. Oh, no, they're not. No caps. Oh, yeah. There's caps. Never mind. Okay, so now we got a 160 guy. This guy's getting frustrated, so now he's just going to go for it. It appears. He's not a line better, though. I don't see that guy here on line bets. So that's interesting move here. Now, if you're doing like a 2 hits and down thing with this 160, I like it, especially with what's been going on with this table. Like a 2 hits and down, 160 across, 2 hits and down makes a lot of sense. to just stick that out there and set it and forget it like you have been doing, you're just giving them money. You're not. The thing is it doesn't totally feel that way because you're going to win twice, so you're going to get 70 back, and you're going to lose 160. So it's like, oh well, if it would have went 2 more rolls, I'd have been fine. That's what players tell themselves, that kind of stuff. Players, it's crazy the way it goes. No one answered me. I was doing here when I was saying that I wanted to know what my delay is here. I'll have to put this up where it's just stationary next time, and I'm not holding it. But anyway, so craziness. Anyone can tell me my delay. 3 on the come out. Okay, that's a good win for this guy right here. The don't better. He should stack that. Oh, you should stack, but he's had a bad day. Yeah, you just gotta. How far off is my voice from when you guys see what I'm talking about? So right here, this don't better. Why didn't he stack it? It just, I don't know. This is some of the play that I don't understand. So now he would have been, if he stacks that, he's $50 on the 10 now. Oh, sweet. Well, that's it. That's really good. That's great. I'm fantastic. I'm glad the delay. None of my kids must be on anything. So, but we're looking at this. This guy's got the 10 again. The don't guy's got the 10. He should have $50 on it because he got a free win. He got the 3. He should have $50. Now he should have $50 10 with whatever little bets he put on after that. The don't guy right here, or don't player, he should be in gold. He should be in perfect position. He's on the 10. Should have $50 on the don't. He can play $50 of bets out there with no risk. But he's not. And he could have put odd. I mean, everything is available to this don't player here, and he's not using it. So this is the kind of stuff people talk about. They get on here, they make strategy videos, watch strategy videos, tell me. I get emails about it. Yeah, I'm going to play that way when I go to the casino. And then I'll get an email back, and they'll be like, well, I went 160 across a few times and did this instead. Like, well, I can't help you. I can't help you play craps. I can't help you with your game if you're always going to revert back to your old bad habits. That's just the case. You just can't, right? You can't do it. You can't help someone revert back. So what we got here? What's our don't put in here with this quarter? Come on, stupid thing. Oh, pressed up. I like it. So that's one of the. Well, was that the same player or not?
Okay, press the 6 and 8, 1 each.
No, it wasn't. Okay, this is our don't player right here. That was our 160 cross player that pressed all the way up. But I do like the other guy. He pressed up. He's up to 18 on his 6 and 8. So he's playing 6, 7, 8 is what he's playing. Or a variation of it, which is cool. But he should have odds on this 10. Now, I'll tell you which variation this is. This is the DGen. This is DGen's variation. Because my variation would have odds. Which is nothing wrong with DGen's version of it. But that's what it is. So I'm guessing that he's actually playing that specific play, which is fine. He's at $36 out there at risk, 25. He did win a quarter, so he does have that in his arsenal here. So he's actually up 25 already on the roll, which makes a little sense what he's doing now, which is acceptable. In my opinion, this is the best I've seen him play so far. Because he does have that quarter that he won at the beginning. But in my opinion, you should still have the odds. Because you have the best don't. You should at least try to win something on it. You should want to win at least $25 on that. You know, to put $50 in odds out there, especially if you've already won one and you got that extra quarter. I just, you could do so much more then. You could add the 5 and 9 in, at these $10 tables. It just is a lot better situation than he's in right now. He's not in a terrible situation though. 25 in his pocket. He won 14. He pressed 12 of it. So he's got 27 in his pocket, 36 at risk, 25 at risk. So, even if he rolls a 7 here, he's in good shape. He made money on the shooting. So there is that. His only real risk is the 10, which is about the best situation you can be in. See that. In the wood, no good. All right. But at this point right now, the only way you can make money is the 6 and 8. And he has everything going for him here, and he's not taking advantage of it. I'm not a full fan of it. Like, I'm okay with the way he's playing, but there's definitely more that he could be doing. He really has to have a 6 or 8 to win here. So he got his 8. So congratulations. Shut up, Jacob. Shut up, Wager. I'm doing this. That's what this guy's thinking right now. Is if he's watching, it's like, that was me. It's one of these guys that's watching. That's me playing. I'm sure that's going to happen once or twice when I'm doing these videos. No, again, I'm not saying not play the 6 and 8. I'm just saying you should have more on 10. It just makes sense to have more on the 10 here to me.
$10 5 for me. Same bet, $10 5.
So he won 24 or 21. Added the 5 in. I like that. What's he doing with that $6? What's he doing? Is that $11? Well, that's $11. Okay, so he's doing like a field farm here for 11 to try to go 22. I like that. I'm starting to get more impressed by this player. He seems to be, on this end of the table, in my opinion, the only one that is actually playing craps. The 160 guy is pressing, but he's had 1, 2, 3 hits now, and he's pressed all the money and he hasn't done anything worth doing. If he's pressed it all in. There's a lot of time here with these players. A lot of stuff going on here. All right, so we're all set up, and 8. There you go. So the field farm didn't work. What on earth? What did he play there? Oh, there was a comeback. I get it. Off and on there. All right. He's not going to try this field farm again. Or maybe he is, because he does have an iron cross going. So that's what he's doing. I missed that. He's actually playing the iron cross. Why didn't he do this last time? When he had the 8. He wants to do it now? I mean, it's okay now. It's not terrible. Should have odds on the 10 still, though. So he's playing the 5, 6, and 8 field and has the don't 10. In my opinion, at this point in time, on this table, he's the best player. At least on this end. I don't know what's going on the other end of the table. This guy, because the rest of the guys are just hoping for the roll to go long enough they make money. That's all they're doing. They're just hoping that this roll goes along enough that they hit enough times that they profit. And that's not playing craps, that's playing bingo. At the table. So again, if a 7 rolls right now, most likely none of those guys made money. Only this don't player will have made money. 2 no rolls in a row. The superstition guys, here we go. Are we going to see some superstition? No? Anyone going off? No? Interesting. Usually you see some, this guy's training. The dice goes out of the table, you got to hand it to the dealer.
Some people are like, why is that guy rolling my dice when you throw it in? And they're like, give me new dice. So just hand
If you hear, that's what people say, though. He's not wrong. Oh my gosh. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 winners. and a loser. Like, I can't make this up, guys. This is 4 in a row that almost guaranteed. What's up, Tito? Almost bettors that are betting across and inside didn't win. Almost guaranteed they win any money. Or if they did, it was so marginal that with all the previous losses, it didn't matter. Color up. I'm scared. Let me get out of here. Dice Fright. They kick my butt too much. The don't better, at least he's staying alive. He's managing. I like this player that it seems like we're watching directly from him. Is Chris, Dice G-Gen. I wonder if it's actually him playing. Because I know he was at one of these meetups, I think. I don't know that. I just think he was at one of these meetups. So I wonder if it's him. But this is me critiquing these guys' play. Again, this has nothing to do with the content creator. I don't want anyone to think that. This is just the live craps on here, and I've watched so many of these videos, and I'm trying to help people. This is not anything negative. I'm just trying to help people because I see the same exact thing that's happening here. I see it repeated over and over and over and over. Sometimes even worse. There's one video that's by the Dice Setters guy, and they go on like a 25 roller or something, and there's no money on the table. And I was just like, wow. And a bunch of the comments are blasting it. And they're like, there's no money on the table, you know. Look at these bigger bettors coming in now. 160, 160, 110, 110. That's 210, I believe there. 210 inside. Which isn't terrible if you're doing some kind of 2 hits and down thing or something like that. That makes a lot of sense then. But if you're just going to pound away at this, you're wasting your time. If you're fighting the 7 every play of the game, if you're fighting the 7 every shooter, you're going to lose. You're going to lose to the 7. If every single shooter you're fighting against the 7 all the time, where you have to have 5 winner rolls before you're profitable, you're going to lose. Guys, you're going to lose. It's the way it is. The game is built that way. If you're not going to play the game, if you're just going to play bingo, it will beat you. Now, the don't players, I think the don't player's doing fine. He's probably going to manage a small profit throughout this session, I think. We already had one player tap out. They probably bought in for 500 and lost 250, 300 and left. Oh, here we go. I think our don't player was just complaining about that one. But again, guys, that's part of it. I mean, you're playing the don't, you're going to have a few losses here and there. There was no reason for him to believe they were going to ever roll an 8 there because that hadn't been happening. Where people hit the points, that hadn't been a thing. Okay, so what did he hit? Yeah, okay. Very nice. Our 210 inside guy just made a good win there. So that point hitting for him is going to help a lot because now he made 70, I'm guessing, and he's going to be okay. It's not going to be terrible. But this is kind of stuff, guys. And so, again, remember, everyone that's played the ATS, even though it doesn't look like there's many ATSs up there, they've all lost all their money. Just sounds like Chris. I might be wrong on that. But again, this is. I'm about to close the video out here. I'm not going to watch the whole video. I think it's an hour long. All right, 0.6. We're going to go through the shooter. 5-6 working? No? We just had a point, didn't we? Set the point of 6? Oh, it went out. Never mind. My bad. It went out. Here we go. Par shot. On the 4. Good don't point. We've got 2 players betting the 4 now, so that's a good sign. 2 players betting. If you're going to bet 4 of the numbers, why not bet all 6 of them? You're going to bet inside, you might as well bet all of them. What's 2 more bets? Thanks, Larry. They're doing it. The reason I did it is I'm watching these videos, and I watch a lot of these live videos because, number one, I want to support the people that are making them. And number two, I'm like curious what people are doing because I hear all this stuff that people are doing. Then I see it on here and I don't see anything they're talking
I need
about.
gas money, but I don't get paid till next week. What should I
Oh
do?
my gosh.
Donate the Super money. Just download.
So 5, here we go. That's going to win for basically everyone at the table. It's good. Our don't player, I'm not even going to talk about him anymore because he's going to be fine. I'm more interested in this 210 guy. Did he drop down? He got 1 hit. Yeah, look at him. I like this. See, I think he's pulling his money off here, and he's going to either go to 64 or something like that. I like this. So he's like a 2 hits and down here. So this guy's actually playing craps now. And that's what I think he's doing here.
$12 8, please. Thank you so much.
Our don't guy just got him $12 on the 8. Remember, he didn't have the 8. The first point was 8, so makes a lot of sense. So I believe our 210 guy, our 220, sorry, I believe he did a 2 hits and down thing. That's really great because, well, that's smart. You're actually playing the game then. You're not going to let this group of short rolls kick your butt. You're actually, so he probably made $100 on this roll. There's a lot of bouncing out of the table in there. But I'm telling you, it's not necessarily the surface. I know he just pushed on the surface there. But it's probably the, number one, landing the dice back here by the 2 on the field. And then they're throwing them way up in the air. Let's see. Keep them lower. See, way up out of the screen. What do we got here? Okay.
Yeah, you and I talked about that. Yeah.
That's our 110 guy. So he had dropped down. I like what he's doing. Our 220 guy. Sorry, I think he's down to maybe 64 now, something like that. What do we got over here? Bigger bets. The 5 and 9. Look, someone's got 75 on the 5, 75 on the 9. I believe that's what those sets of green chips are there. Someone pulled down. Over here on the hook, I believe.
It was the September after of DiceCon, yeah.
Drop into, okay, so he went 64 cross.
Yeah,
Okay.
5, 6, 8, let's do it.
Hit a few hits, drop down 64 cross, like it. And then the 6, another hard 6. It's a pretty good bet. That's a pretty good one there. So made some money. So far this is by far the best shot we've seen. 8-8, 4-5, 9-6. So this is a winning roll. Everyone on this table right now, everyone that's playing right now, besides the don't guy, because he did get a don't knocked off, every one of the other people should be playing with profit right now. Every one of them. Because they all had enough winners there. 1, 8, 5, a 9, and a 6 winner. They all should be playing with profit. If they've pressed all their money back onto the table and they're not profitable, that's on them. It's not the shooter, it's not the casino. At this point, with that roll right there, you should be already winning. And you should be playing the game for free at this point. You should be playing on the casino's money right here at this point. If you've left your money out there to be at still, that's you gambling. Now you're really, really gambling now. There you go, hard 8. Hard 6, hard 8 in a row. That's really good. It's really good for people. Because those people always bet those numbers, right? They're always going to have money on those. So again, now for sure, if you're not in the profit, guys, you are not playing craps correctly. At this point, if you've pressed all that money back in there, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rolls in. So now you're flirting with disaster. If you haven't got all your money to where you're locked in and you're profitable, and you can still have money on the table, but you need to be profitable in your rack at this point. If you're not, then you're pushing too hard. You're trying to do too much at this point if you're not profitable. And I get you're going to have some of that where people are tilted and they're, oh, this is the roll. Let's get all our money out there on this roll. As this isn't poker, you're not backing a pair of aces in your hand. You know, it's not the same thing. You know, it's consistency game. And that it's about consistency way more so than it's about just dumping money, right? Not just putting all your money behind. No, it's about consistency. The don't players playing the most consistent game. This 2 hits and down, guys, in my opinion, is playing the second most consistent game. And I think both of them will probably leave this table as winners or at least broke even. Everyone else I've seen at this table is losing. I don't think any of the other ones can be even close to be winning at this point. So here we go. Look, this is a great roll. At this point right now, this is a roll that you should be heavily profitable.
My beard sucks. I'm just gonna shave it.
What is the deal with all the commercials? Come on, color up. Yeah, it's got to be all that many. Is that how many are on mine? I bet they are, huh? I bet I have that many commercials on mine too. Because I just let Google settle. I don't change them how I want. I just put whatever they want to do. So it's probably just like that. I'm complaining about his. Mine are probably just the same. But yeah, so it looks like there's a much better game being played on this roll when it's easy, right? So now everyone looks like a genius, right? They're, oh yeah, I made a bunch of money there. Well, did you? You just got lucky. This is getting lucky. If you're just gonna play bingo, and then have a hand where it's all bingos, right? That's what happened here. It's just a bunch of bingos. You know, your bingo cards played out. You know, as opposed to actually playing the game, actually manipulating your money out there in profitable fashion. At this point, everyone can win. Oh, here we go. ESPN talking to us. Everyone can be profitable on a roll like this, right? So this isn't special. You know, I'm happy for these guys because I don't want anyone to lose. But this isn't playing craps. This is playing bingo. And I know I keep bringing that up, but that's because the 4 rolls before this where these people got their butts kicked, they just kept getting their butts kicked. That's the issue, right? It's the issue there in the sense that what I'm trying to say, this roll will heavily have to outweigh those other 4 rolls to be a profitable session, right? So this roll is going to have to, it's going to have made $400 in this roll to equal the 4 loser rolls for most of these guys, or at least $200, right? If they're playing 44 or something like that, you're still going to have made that much in this one roll that's good versus the 4 rolls that were bad or mediocre. Because that's how it's going to fall out for you guys. So the one thing I will say about this table is at least they're playing this. Like the roll's going good. At least there's people actually making money on it. And it's not just people hoping that they can play the 44 across for 40 rolls, you know, and it makes some money. At least these people are giving themselves a chance to win on this one specific roll.
I'm sorry I don't have the end of the roll for you today. My battery died.
Okay.
But we are
Well, thanks, Jeremy.
new video
Either way.
every day this week here at
So
Ellis
let's just
Island.
go and
So if you're
we'll close
sure
that
you're-
out. Finish my talk here. Try to figure out. I can't see. Get out of there, stupid things. Sorry, was I holding my hand over the mic there? Let's close that out. But anyway, so there's Big AZ. I'm gonna do some of your videos too, Big AZ. Again, this isn't about me critiquing any of the content creators. All the content creators are awesome. So are all the players. I'm not saying anything bad about the players either, really. just what I want you guys to see is that these live videos should be helping you, and especially if you are on these tables. You should see all these mistakes. You should see where all this money you've either left on the table or all this where you've went way over your risk tolerance. You should be able to see all this stuff in these live videos that AZ and Jeremy and all these guys are doing, these meetups. This should all be helping you. These shouldn't be hurting you. And we saw right there, in my opinion, there was two people right there in that group of 7 that were playing craps. The don't guy that was playing a don't with like 2 place bets, and then the guy that was playing like a 2 hits and down strategy. Everyone else was just playing bingo. And if you're going to just play bingo on the craps table, the vast majority of your sessions are going to be losers, because the game is geared to stop the bingo player. The game is geared to say, okay, a 7 is going to kill all these place bets before they get 5 hits. The game is built that way. It is built in for that to happen, because that is, even if you're playing a 3-point type system, now you have to hit those numbers twice. So it's still about the same number of rolls before you can ever be profitable. If you have 6 perfect rolls, you can be profitable maybe. But most likely they're not going to be perfect. Most likely you're going to have some misses, and most likely the 7's going to come and take more money than they've given you. And that's the way it's going to work the vast majority of the time if you're just playing bingo. So this is going to be episode 1 of this, guys. I'm going to come back with another video on this. I might try to do them every day. Just depends on how it works out. May not get every day, but I'm probably going to do 10 of them and just different people's live videos. Number one, give huge props to Jeremy and everyone that does these live videos. They do a lot to get these going and get all these players there. And I want people to win. It's not that I want people to lose, or I don't want anyone to lose. I think it's terrible when people lose, but there's a reason that they do lose. And that reason generally is their fault. It's generally not some miraculous thing that went against them. It's generally that they're going in there with a plan, and then they get there and they don't have a plan anymore, and they get that fever and they get everything changes, and then they just see what someone else is doing. This guy talked them into, he's a great shooter, so we're going to put our money with this guy. He's this great shooter, and he rolls 5 rolls and 7's out, and you're like, oh, well, he'll get them next time. Oh, he'll get them next time. Even though the 5 rolls went 6, 8, 5, 9, 8, and then a 7. It's like, well, you hit all those hits. What are you doing? You should have already been profitable. It shouldn't matter what he does after that. And guys, those are the things that I want people to understand. And those are things that I'm talking about in these videos and will be talking about in these videos, is why are people not some subtitles? What does that mean? What do you mean by subtitles? Give me an example, because if it has to do with like editing and all that, I don't do that. I don't edit anything. I don't really even know how to edit anything, so that's not my game. But anyways, this is just kind of where I want to go with this stuff. Again, I don't want anyone to ever think I'm saying anything bad about these content creators. I think all these guys are great. And I don't think any of the guys that make live videos are giving you guys any bad information. Whether that's AZ, Dice Setters, Jeremy, Mark the Point, all these guys are giving out good information. The guys that do a lot of live stuff, Hawaii Craft Shooters, all these guys that make these lives, they're giving out good info. So on their recorded videos, on their live videos, it's all good. I just am critiquing the play that I'm actually seeing. This is actually money exchanging hands, and most of it is just exchanging to the casino. So tomorrow's, I think I'm going to find that Dice Setters video where he actually has a really great shot in the video. And I want to do this one because I want to point out something about him that he's doing, and that he's playing craps, and it works out for him because he's actually playing the game. And by playing the game, what I mean is he's actually making moves to make himself profitable, as opposed to just hoping. He's not hoping. And that's one of the things that a lot of craps players and a lot of gamblers, for that fact, they get in these situations and they just hope it goes good instead of doing everything in their power to create a situation where it goes good, doing everything in their power to fix some of the odds, right? Tito is deaf. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. I'll have to figure that out. Gotcha. Thank you, AZ. Anyways, guys, thank you for your time. This is Jacob from Win Me This. Smash me in the comments for all the people that are going to smash me because I know I'm going to get some hate for this ones. But that's fine. I don't care because I'm telling the truth. Again, everyone that makes a lives, thank you for that stuff because this is giving me free content. Thank you, guys.